Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome, finally. Very happy to show you this one right now, if I can actually get it sorted. I'm not sure what's going on right now. It's a little bit confusing. Oh no, it's not working. Oh bless. Well anyway, hello guys, I'm Connie, this here is Chase, and today we've got for you Innov8 versus Autentii, I believe. Yeah, okay, so it's two undefeated teams from last week, both of which showcase some excellent Call of Duty. What more could you ask for, Chase?
Bro, I could ask for a map 5. And I could ask for a round 11 search and destroy in either the first or the second.
I mean, that ain't too bad. That ain't too bad. Then again, when it comes to this though, a lot of questions to be asked, and the one question that I'd like to ask you really is, realistically, Innov8 had a good performance last week. So did Autentii. I'm pretty sure Autentii had a Puerto Rican team, right? They're the underdogs here. They actually are undefeated, proven, doing bits right now. Going into the first one, which is going to be a gun runner hardpoint. How you feeling?
Gunrunner hardpoint. It seems to be one that a lot of teams are comfortable, like for the most part, especially when you look at the top teams and the upper echelon in the league so far. That's you know, you got ADS in there, Innov8, Team Violence, Autentii, maybe even mentioning Dawn of Chaos in there as well. With that upper echelon, they've been seeming to find a lot of success with Gunrunner, and having two upper echelon teams in here playing on that same map, I think it's going to be a bloody one. It's going to be a bloody. It's hard for me to tell ahead of time.
A bloody one. Well, that's very interesting from you, Chase. Got to say to you right now, though, the way that it's played out a little bit is more or less played out in the sense that we are seeing a large number of these teams come in, right? We've doubted them either that, or we've wrote them off, and they've come off of 3-1, 3-2 wins. You know, I think yesterday, yesterday was an example of that. I'm pretty sure from the double header, we actually saw Alu and Violence take it 3-1. I was pretty confident that we'd see a Dawn of Chaos win there, but no, they came off in a 3-1 stomping. And yesterday it was Onslaught, I do believe. Was it Onslaught took the 3-2 win yesterday?
Onslaught. Yeah, Onslaught got the 3-2 win, yeah.
Yeah, I know, both S&Ds in a respawn. I mean, I got both those predictions wrong. But then again, we are going to be having a serious challenge here in the face of, well, Autentii and Innov8. I think Innov8 are stronger than Autentii, personally speaking. I think they're stronger. From the sense of their win last week was pretty much a flushing, if anything. I think they actually got forfeited one map, but still made it out pretty comfortably. And players like Waffles and players like True and Crow tend to play the game pretty much to a T.
Yeah, you got a very strong team. You can honestly just make arguments all day long for both these teams and which one will take the win. But for me, it's not just my roots and my blood that's telling me to go for them, but I think Autentii definitely has a bit more spice to the table. Not just the fact that they definitely spice their food better than their counterparts here, the American team here. You know, us Hispanics, we love that hot, spicy food, and you know, when it comes down to Call of Duty, you know, quite a few maybe Hispanic players out there. You know, in the mix, you got Metals, you got Lucky. They bring a great spice of a game of gameplay of action to the CDL, and you know, you guys saw Heretics, like, what is it, last year? They also were quite a spicy team to watch and witness, and you know, Autentii, so far they're definitely delivering on this, and they're leading whatever team they're up against in the tangos and the salsas, and you know, they're sweeping them off their feet usually.
Like any great dance, that is what I like to see. But nonetheless, I'm pretty sure that we're going to be heading into the first map chase. I'm not sure what's going on right now in the lobby, but both teams are ready and loaded up. It's a little bit more comfortable though, in the sense of these teams. I think today should be pretty smooth, production-wise, and shouldn't cause too many issues. But of course, back today, quite happy to be back today and enjoying a lot of these things going on. I'm more or less just interested in watching at this point. I'm watching and speaking. I mean, yesterday was quite annoying just sitting back and letting you solo it. I think today I'm going to come in and give you some freedom. And
one quick question I just want you to answer for the viewers at home is what's going to be the most important and most impactful thing these players need to look out and look out for in playing Hardpoint on Gunrunner?
Good question. After 10 months of playing this map, P2 spawns, P3 spawns. That's all you need. 120 seconds right there.
So early rotations, and perfect positioning.
Pretty much, but as we get into it now, more of that, and across a lot of things, we're seeing more or less complete control from these guys. But I would like to point out to you now that Autentii have already gotten the worst side of the map, and Innov8 have pushed up very far. Across all lanes, they're just looking to try and flash out Autentii, but I don't think number 4 Waffles understands that there is, of course, a trap feature in this map. If he pushes up a little bit farther, he can actually trap Autentii all the way back and deep, unless one player breaks through. Number 8 Sins is going to be your man right now. Johnny on the trot, taking it very, very slow chase.
Yeah, right now it is a bit of a slow play around point A, or the first hill of this map. We're gonna look at P2, like you said in the rematch, that that's gonna be the vital one, the one that usually is more of a sink, more of a meteor point. You're looking at P2, and then you're going to look all the way over at, what was that, P3/P5. I believe those are probably my 3 most important points on this map to look at that are super spawn dependent. And right now, that's exactly what these teams are doing, and they're playing for the spawn dependent points in the first one up, P2. And it looks like Innov8 are going to be your team with the bit of advantage with the spawns, but then they're going to lose that as Autentii Slayers come on in. And they bring the spice, and they, shoot them in the head twice right there, as you saw 2 massive headshot kills come on in as they break through that hill, and they're able to now find a bit of life here. But Innov8 looking to get a wrap on in. They're going to coil around this point and hopefully get something to go their way, as Crow's going to look to enter from the back door, and he gets gunned out. And that's going to be a ton of pushes, or not a ton of pushes, but multiple opportunities that Innov8 had to try to retake that hill, just being absolutely thwarted by the side of Autentii. So great start, great opening 2 hills from Autentii. Let's see how it rolls over to P number 3.
As far as people guys, mate, I'm pretty sure number 8 Sins actually tracked back and ignored fighting for that scrap 20 right there on P2. He wanted to get the spawns in, and that is exactly what his team has done right there, and secured some great power and coverage alongside Cole and alongside, well, Box's room and that Domination side. A bit more comfortable though. Innov8 right now are starting to flip-flop a little bit in the kill feed here. Not getting too much going, but again, Fuzz with a huge nade. Will not find the second. Smoke is going to go down, only allowing more coverage for Innov8 to actually push through and retake. Then again, Autentii are shorted right here. They cannot see players from Innov8 actually push up to prove it and know that an attack is going to happen. Then again, nice little 2-piece there to make sure that Autentii regain control. Again, 40-point lead here, Chase. Going into the P4. We're not seeing anyone rotate at all. It's going to be a scrap here for this last 20.
Yeah, and it's early enough, and it's early enough on into the map that Innov8 can get away with a bit of a last-ditch effort there, especially with if they all got gunned out, then they would just spawn they'd have good spawns for the next hill, and that's exactly what ended up happening. As Veal's going to be the last man, the lonely survivor over, wrapping the scraps over at Autentii's over at that hill. And we're going to jump on with Briz, who's going to be holding a very strong position right here after 3 massive kills came in for Sand Booster. Now, Briz is going to look to just gun out some players that are going to be crossing back over. He's going to get taken out, so that's going to be a cross that's opened up. But Booster with the ram going to deal some damage over by the rock, and he's built himself a 4-kill streak, make that 5. So unfortunately, streak's not in this game, so the payoff of that streak that he has right now isn't going to be anything but really just pride, confidence, and maybe a little more jitters under his belt. But Sand Booster definitely not boosted whatsoever, but boosting his team and helping that lead just expand, like my belly after a massive meal that I had last night. As they're up 109 to 42, moving on over to P number 5. as this one just finishes off right now.
Very comfortable though, as Innov8 trying to track back here, get through that P3 and make sure they can get a nice little flood going on here. But Trez right now is being a real nuisance and just shutting down all push and all momentum that's going their way. Again, it's going to be Autentii taking another initial 20 off of this P5. More comfortable though, as one push through border there gets taken down. You're going to be seeing more Innov8 players just push through here. Kill feed though is definitely in favour of Autentii. And then again, number 2 here, True, is going to be a huge player here to actually try and break through from the left side. Very innovative and very, very, well, dare I say it, creative. It's very naughty. As then again, you will see a player in here, opts a Chow, but then again, there are no players who want to actually push back. It's going to be a 3v1 here, and again, Scrap 20 is to go in favour of Innov8. Autentii setting up here for a nasty spawn trap, and True right now will see a player in Sam Booster, but then again, if he loses his position here, Sam Booster will be in trouble. No, he just about dies. Autentii could have held Sam Booster there and actually get more time off the P1, as now Innov8 are going to flood through Chase and try and regain some control here.
Regain control, more like regain some mental, as right now control is not something they have their hands anywhere close to right now, as Autentii have just been lights out, looking like they're coming off that first cycle of hills, going into the second cycle of hills with you know, their ARs, their subs all warmed up, very comfortable on this one, and Innov8 still looking like they need to heat up a bit more. You know, it's pure Vamos, it's pure Rapidamente over on the side of Autentii, as their pace is just so fast and so lightning. Like, people say lightning doesn't strike twice, but this Autentii side, they're striking the side of Innov8 multiple times. As you're seeing Tress, probably the standout player of this team, I think he also might have gotten one of the map MVPs last series they had with Autentii. He's definitely showing up big time in this one with you know, another star-studded performance, and he's going to be one of those menacing players, I feel like, if not right now in the league, but moving on as the league continues, he's going to be one of those stars to really watch out for, Kami. And I'm not quite sure if the rest of this league can really handle a player like that, as Innov8 are already struggling to handle him in map 1 of their best of 5 series.
Well, absolutely, Chase, right here. Another 100-point lead here for Autentii. V3 is looking all but nothing. Only more time and contested to go in favour here. Autentii realistically need 2 hills to retake some control, but then again, the kill feed is being flip-flopped. They're now going to contain a nice little 20 here instead of Autentii, as nobody from Innov8 is going to fight. They're all going to go ahead and rotate. Very, very naughty here. Very composed. But then again, Innov8 are not winning these key gunfights. Players are going to push through from the side of Autentii. It's going to be down to Fuzz and a couple others just to try and, you know, just lock it down and get control. Because again, Autentii can win off this hill. They need to drill it into their heads that they need to seriously play some Perfect God to come back. Not that it's not impossible, but then again, at this level, Chase is very difficult.
Very difficult. Yeah, it takes more than just crossing your fingers, dotting your I's with hearts, and throwing pennies in a well. You're gonna need to wish a lot harder than that. And if anything, I really just think that these players need to, you know, they need to be on the right page here. You're seeing a lot of staggered pushes to these hills that are getting met by, you know, 2 to 3 players at a time from Autentii. Even sometimes you're finding one sole player like Trace and maybe even VL, if you want to make the conversation of VL as well. Just they're dumpstering multiple players just on their own, and you need, if you're Innov8, if you're an Innov8 supporter, if you're a member of Innov8 right now playing in this one, you need to not just have you know, regain confidence and trust in your teammates, even though you guys are down by a lot of points right now going into the search and destroy. Like, yeah, you need to regain trust, regain composure, and just, you know, slow things down, catch your breath, as this is only map 1 in the best of 5 series, and map 1 just about over here, Connie. Time's going to continue to tick in favor of Innov8 on this hill, but as we both know here, with 234 points to 103, there's got to be a lot of perfect holds made by Innov8 to really get back into this one, and that's looking like it's out of the question.
as Autentii here are now going to go ahead and shut down Innov8. Now, it does look as though there's going to be a little fight here for those last 10 seconds, which Innov8 will most definitely win. Rotations are coming in, and number 3 Fuzz needs to make a little bit of a hero play to actually get something going, but he is stunned, naded, and weak. He cannot get the momentum in. 7 seconds left. He has to push, well, Autentii, no, he has to push sometime now, as the player's going to disconnect on the side of Autentii. They're going to win this one 4v5. Very, very disgusting. Behavior is abysmal, but then again, Autentii take it comfortably, as it's going to be a 250, 116. Now, Chase, as far as things went there, it was a little bit too comfortable on the side of Autentii. Again, a nice, comfortable 140-point win here, and I'm not faulting anyone when I say this. It's more or less down to the fact that VL's AR controlled for a good 50-60% of that map. He took over. He took over. He shut down.
This Autentii side, they're absolute guerreros, my dude. They're absolute guerreros. And if you don't know what that means warrior, my dude. And they're looking like absolute warriors out here that can't be threatened by just the stats. Going into this game, we saw that both these teams were even footing coming into this one, both with a win to go and both actually winning their series 3-0. So much confidence for both these teams, but the Warriors, the Guerreros coming out of the side of Autentii, they shine through. And, going into a search and destroy, it's going to be really interesting to see how both of these teams kind of showcase their talents in the search and destroy, because we can both argue that maybe last series that they had, their competition just was so far below them that, we didn't get to see their actual like skills really come out and shine through. Well, their actual coordination, their strats, they had too much talent from a guns perspective that they were able to overwhelm their opponents that way. So now this time around, it's completely different situation and completely different storyline. What's the storyline, in your opinion, that we're going to see going into the search and destroy?
I don't know. I'll probably give it to Autentii, only for the fact that it'd be pretty dominant from the get-go. You tend to kind of drill it into the next few maps. And if we see a 3-0 here, I'm not surprised that Autentii are going to be the ones to deliver it.
Claro. I totally get that. And I totally support that as well. I support a 3-0 for Autentii, but at the same time, though, me and you both, I think last 3 times we've called 3-0s, we've been stumped actually on the search and destroy, and I've seen the team that we didn't predict to win 3-0 actually drop their search and destroy, such as with the Onslaught series. We predicted a 3-0, giving that one to their opponents. Actually, who were they in that series? That was Dawn of Chaos. We said Dawn of Chaos was going to win that one after they won first map in a convincing fashion. They ran it back, and Onslaught was able to get the win on that one. And actually, was it Onslaught and Dawn of Chaos?
Don't know. We'll see.
No. It was something else, and the stats will correct me. Okay, the stats will correct me, folks. Calma. But in the end, I do think Autentii's going to win this one. I'm saying it's going to be probably a 3-1. I feel like there's going to be some sort of thing that comes in the way of it being a 3-0. But Autentii, they have it. It's in the bag. It's in the bag.
Well, no, me and Chase are going to cut to a very important ad break. I need to get the lobby set up right now. Chase will finish off that sentence in about 3 seconds once I cut to him right now. But Chase, what do you want to say before we go?
I just want to say thank you guys so far for enjoying, and I hope to see you guys continue to be back here after our ad break.
Beautiful. gentlemen, and welcome back. Right now, we of course are going to be a little bit frosty here in the side of it. Well, not Verdansk, sorry. It's going to be Arcloth Peak. But as things are going to be a little bit more comfortable now, me and Chase right now just had a nice little conversation there, relaxing and chatting about these teams. Again, guys, what are we really saying here in the side of Autentii and Innov8?
Well, we're going to be seeing ourselves with a restart. Looks like it's a 4 versus 5. Looks like it's a 4 versus 5, and that's not going to be a go for either of these teams. As well, we'll get that one fixed up, folks. You know, while we are fixing this up, we'll do a small break as well, just for a second, just to get some technical difficulties figured out. So if you need to go and limpiar mi casa, then go do that. We'll be right here.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
And again, we are back, but this time with a full lobby. Now, Chase is going to be the man in charge here of opening up the first round, but then again, gorgeous men like him like to take things nice and slow. Chase, let's go.
First off, we have
Not literally, as in
Innov8 with the bomb. Their snipe. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Innov8 losing 2 players right off the rip. Autentii doing a great job to really continuing their momentum over from their first map win in this series, and draw 2 first opening bloods here that have been unanswered so far by the side of Innov8. Now, Innov8, a bunch riding on this one. You can't afford to go down 2-0 in a series up against another Titan, respectively another Titan at the top of the league that in Autentii. But we're going to see a little bit of fight out of them, as we're going to see ourselves with an answering kill. This is the first one. Hopefully they can get one more, and then we can get the lives up here tied up 3-3. But they still need to make sure to use this time wisely and get a plant, as the nade's going to come through. True, going to get his second kill. That's going to be 2 in a row he has right now in this map, in this round so far of the Search and Destroy. Crow is going to get in on the business, and now that's going to be a 3 versus 2, flipped on its head. Innov8 going to see themselves with the lead there from players. The bomb comes down with a fraction of a second left, and it's down to a 2 versus 1 after 2 more kills come in. And it's going to be Crow looking to play on top of this bomb. And he's going to hear the player in VL, and oh my lord, is he going to do it? This is a 1 versus 1 now. He just needs to hold an angle here and try to catch the player peeking that bomb. He's not going to spot him just around the corner from that wood. He held the angle before and then hopped on off of it. That is COD timing at its best, folks.
Right there is what you call just straight warrior. But then again, VL got the first important initial kill there. Unfortunately did not check in time as Waffle just played a very nice slow peek and won the round. Very convincing there. Nicely done from Innov8, but there and then again it's a little bit tighter, as now you're going to be seeing something special. And that something special you're going to be seeing right now is going to be the man himself, VL. Again, 2-1. Seems to be very confident so far inside of Autentii, but now he's putting out the sniper. Will he get some initial good picks here? Let's find out now. So which he does, a very clean headshot there on True. Things are of course a little bit more comfortable. And again, as my alpha cold war gameplay is getting installed, life is looking very good in the side of my home. But right now again, it's going to be more trades coming in. It's going to be a 5v2. Autentii very comfortable here. Trades aren't coming in. Snipes are being missed. Then again, Waffles again clutching up now. He's going to be 3-0 himself respectively. And it looks as though bomb will get put down very, very quick here. Waffles have donated information. All now he's got to do is just play Call of Duty. Then again, Autentii here opted into a very good split here. One pushed up far trench, two watching Broker, and one sat back watching the bomb. It's very popular here, as many CDL teams are, well, at the time of playing the game, did opt to have that setup used. Waffles, though, will not see the player here in Sins. But then again, Fuzz will find the first kill. 24 seconds left. Waffles now will see one down here. That's going to be a now 2v2 situation. One here on bomb. Sam Booster will find one. Now Fuzz left in the 1v2 situation. He will see one there. Push through trench. But bomb and anything else that's going to come near it will need to get defused right about now. Again, he misses it. Round over. Autentii will take one back. Comfortable there chase. And great plays coming in from the side of the Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, both of these teams are doing quite well right now, showing off that they can win on the offensive side. But which of these two teams is going to be able to get the first defensive round to go their way? That's going to be an interesting one to spot. As, you know, Arklov Peak, historically, throughout this Call of Duty economy, has it really favored one side over the other one too much?
Well, I don't know, really. It's a bit more of a harder thing to judge. It hasn't favoured in particular anything that I'm aware of. But as far as favouring sides, defense has tended to be the more favoured thing to have on this map, if anything. The bomb sites are literally set up right from spawn. And if you're offensing from B, which Innov8 are trying to do right here, your smoke player needs to be like, or in other words, a god. And so far I haven't really been seeing any tacticals being used appropriately. True though, will throw the smoke, and wow, that was somewhat clever. It will of course dull out the effect of the top broken house, but then again the cross is not watched, and a player there, number 8, in the form of Sins, all he has to do is just cut left here, and he himself has got coverage. But then again, Brizzy again is going to be pushing up from the left. He'll find the first kill. More players inside house will get contested. That's going to be VL, the man in charge, trying to take them down. He will find one there. One more reach out, pushes up, Waffles again. Will not get taken down by VL with too quick there on the pistol. And then again, Autentii are not going to take no for an answer here. A nice 2-1 lead going into round number 4.
Just if only Innov8 was able to get that bomb planted, I feel like that round definitely could have gone a completely different direction. But Autentii were able to collapse, and they were able to mirar la bomba just at the right time. Perfectly executed. Great work from them. But here we go. We have ourselves round number 4. Which of these teams, are we going to get the answering round now for Innov8, or are we going to see Autentii look to, maybe we'll see Autentii look to pull away here?
Big questions require big answers, and the biggest answer I can give you right now is that Waffles gets the first blood. There you go.
The smoke play is identical from the side of Autentii this time around, as Innov8 played that last time around, and to no avail. But this time around, it was a bit more successful for Autentii, as they have a player crept up underneath the player up top window. And Sins, he's going to be playing the middle map now, and he's kind of caught out in the open here. He's going to just get dumpstered on. And it's going to be up to Tress now to try to win this 1 versus 4. He's going to get a big kill right there to start things off. Maybe get a bit of momentum to now start swinging in his direction. But if I was him, I'd really move out of that spot. And he's going to get shot back at. And he's going to get shot back at by the player at stairs. He's going to be cornered like a mouse. And he's gonna be funneled over to A slowly as players are watching which directions he's traveling, and he's gonna make a sneaky play to get up top here, and he's gonna take out the player right above B bomb. He's gonna drop down. He's gonna take another one out. Can he make the 1 versus 4 happen? Does he know there's a player in that window? He doesn't.
Did, but he did
know he was there, but he just couldn't get the kill. That could have been such an epic story right there, and most definitely would have been one of those plays to really watch make this week's top 5 plays.
We'll see. We shall see. Again, 2-2. Gonna go into the next round. I'm being a bit more comfortable here. I think Autentii got a better defense than Innov8 in the sense of it, but as far as it goes, VL is a better sniper, so how can he play it well? I'm not too sure. I want to go on board with Trez again though, because he is very comfortable 7-3 right now. The AR is playing it very fast in this map, which is what you want to do realistically. You want to have a very fast AR that's kind of pushing up and taking out anybody that does not have the ability to use the M4 in this game. Snipe though, he will of course see a player there, he will find a kill. Trez now getting information, will find Waffles there and broken, but Waffles again is not going to get any more information. There's a player sitting outside, that's going to be Sam Booster. I'm going to go on board with him right now as he can pull off one of the greatest pinches that this game could have to offer, but unfortunately well, dare I say it, he's actually going for the half inch. A player right now in the form of Fuzz will be pushing up though, and will of course be looking for him. He will see one, but then again Sam Booster here with the play. He will of course see Fuzz right there. Again, 2 more pushed up in deep trench. Now Sam Booster needs to play it very carefully here. Fortunately, pushes out a little bit too fast there. Does not find any more information. 1v3 coming in for True now. Will he pull it off? I do not fancy it. Players right now are watching every single lane, covering all sites. Sin's up on this bomb site. Does need to get something going, but it looks as though as if True right now, although he needs bomb in hand, could get 6 and 8 here and take things more or less into the control of Innov8 here. But nope, as again, Autentii claim control, claim domination. Another round in the books chase.
Man, I don't know about you, but I really wanted to see an execution happen on that player with the sniper rifle up top of that broken building, and it didn't come through. You know, he secured it with the gun. You know, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But it would have been a great, funny thing to watch. And I think it'd be our first execution in the league to cast over. And it totally would have been funny. And the viewers, I believe, would have enjoyed that as well. As right now, the only team really enjoying themselves more so fully is Autentii right now with the lead of 3-2. It's not a full like hands down lead right now for themselves, you know, in terms of, you know, it's not the most comfortable one as Fuzz doesn't get the comfortable shot to land. Instead, he only gets the hit marker there. And the rest of his teammates are going to be able to get gunned out by that onslaught of Autentii players that pushed around through the trench. Now, Sand Booster going to look to retreat back to the trench where him and his teammates were able to find a success so far. And it's going to be all up to the last player on the side of Innov8. And he's going to get spotted out and cornered like a rat. And that's going to be it, as Autentii is going to be able to get themselves the 4th round for their team. But they're going to win themselves ultimately that 6th round. And Connie, they're looking like they're pulling away now.
They sort of are, but then again, at 2-4, we need one more round just to really make sure, because again, Autentii are looking a little bit too comfortable right now. The AIRs are playing really aggressive. There's no real pinches coming in. I'm not really seeing much information other than they do like to make sure that A is taken control of, but then again, they're now opting to spread their wings a little bit here and go across all bomb sites. Breezy now is going to watch the huge flank here. Trez though, currently 10-5. Great performance from him today, especially in this map. He really is starting to shine a little bit here. Didn't see him last week, but we should look at that. That's probably why he got blown up. Then again, it's a little bit more comfortable as Sins right now also is doing a little bit too well for his team, but I think Innov8 is struggling to take pressure here. Again, look, Autentii are hitting you with these huge flanks. They're actually taking out like 3 or 4 players at a time swiftly. Now again, number 3 will know there's a player up here. Information will go in hand. I think Fuzz right now will start to track back a little bit here and get something going. But then again, Fuzz will be throwing information down. He will have the better gunfight advantage here. But then again, Sins is going to go for a huge chow. And again, Innov8 clawing back, make it 4-3. Wow, swinging at that momentum in favour of Innov8.
Well, it's again just going to show that offense seems to be just the better side for the side of Innov8, as they're going to get another offensive round to go their way, I believe. If I was watching the right game, And going into round number 8 here, Autentii, are you gonna start to let your foot off that gas and give Innov8 more of a lifeline in terms of evening up the score? I hope not. But if you are the side of Innov8, you've definitely earned it. You guys are putting in work here, and work is showing up as Crow is gonna get the first opening blood for this round of the map, and a lot of players over at the B going to make a push for B bomb site from Autentii, as we're just gonna get gunned back and forth though. But with the trades happening, that's gonna be good for Autentii. But with that last kill coming in for True and making it a 1 versus 3, the only player on the side of Autentii that I could picture winning a 1 versus 3 would be Trey's, and he was dead there, and so I didn't think it was going to go their way.
Yeah, would you say, Chase, that Trades is a little bit too much of a reliance here for Autentii?
Yeah, as soon as he gets taken out, you can see definitely a change in not just momentum, but sort of like the comfortability, the comfortableness of Autentii on the map. You can just see their characters' movements just seem to be a little sluggish and less confident.
Yeah. That tends to be the reasoning, but then again, I think Innov8 right now are just looking a little bit too comfortable here for the middle, as Trez is going to find another great kill here. 23 kills for the duo of Trez and Sins right now. That is impressive. Again, I haven't really seen anything more or less from Autentii, other than, of course, excellent so far in this series. Vinci right now currently 2-7, not the best, not the worst, but, well, actually probably is the worst, to be fair, other than Brizzy and Sandbuster. Definitely would, though, watch Trez, as again, he's going to find more players here because absolutely turned on by True. You can't deny that one. That was pretty horrible, Chase.
Yeah, you can't have a player turn on you like that. It's not just demoralizing, but it's especially
horrible.
When you're... Especially when your team was up in this map and is now in a tied position, potentially looking to go down, as Innov8 back on their comfortable side of offense. They're going to now take the lead 5-4, and we're getting this table absolutely flipped over.
Flipped over, smashed, burned, whatever you're saying right now. It really isn't registering inside of their heads. But then again, Innov8 took 3 rounds down the bounce, and that's something special.
You know what else is pretty special, Connie?
What, darling?
You.
Aww. Anyway, as I was saying, that was very special there. These boys are looking extremely comfortable, and above all else, they're looking a little bit too good. So, there's one thing you can do for me, Chase, right now. Show me a little bit of love for the side of Autentii here. They're going to need it. It's going to be a strong A push right now. And as far as things go, it's going to be Sins and Trez doing up again, making sure that things are locked down. But again, Innov8 have got a really good defensive setup right now. They're watching both bomb sites pretty comfortably. Again, you're seeing Innov8 right now together a little bit more comfortably than Autentii as far as they're pushing up. But number 9, Brizzy, can make a huge push here through middle. Nobody's watching it. As far as things go, they just want information where players are going to be. But Waffles right now, he's going to be key. He's going to swap players. Shots are going to go down. It is going to be Autentii right now pushing up a little bit further in the trench, as Waffles right now himself is going to just sit back, roll, and dip. But as far as things go for them, it's a little bit more of a feeling that they are going to win this. They're just going to take control. They're just going to kind of dip and dive and dodge a little bit. I would, however, ask for one important thing. They need to really control it again, because now True and Fuzz find 2. 3v4, 25 seconds left. Now, of course, you need to get the bomb down. Breezy now is going to be in charge of that, but Waffles, again, is in position up here. Play a little bit better. But then again, players are going to get wiped. Sam Boster left to the unfortunate, and again, Innov8 take it. A very comfortable 6-4 for the figure 8s. And again, Chase, very important here. Innov8 now tying the series at 1 apiece. And yeah, looking very, very good as far as things are concerned.
Like I said, if I was to be worried about one map, going the way of Innov8, I wasn't. I predicted that there would be at least one map going over their way, and so far, as 3 stands for how this week has progressed with both these teams, both, you're looking at the teams from yesterday and the teams from today, the team that ultimately loses the series seems to be the team that I think wins the search and destroy, except for the one situation where it was Dawn who took away their win. But
Yeah, definitely.
on the flip side, you did see with Team Violence, they were just too crazy, sweaty of a slaying team that
Yeah.
losing the Search and Destroy was just not. It just didn't phase them that much.
Mhm.
They were able to just stomp their opponents with just raw slate power, and we did see a brutal stomping in that first opening hard point for the side of Autentii, with slaying coming out the wazoo. So we're going over to a Domination Hackney Yard, where slaying is key. If any of a map for Domination has a key map on slaying, and watching those slayers
Definitely
go
is that
off,
one.
definitely going to be Hackney, and we will be giving you that action quite shortly after this next break, folks. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back with you.
Welcome back, guys. Again, it's going to be map number 3 coming up. It's going to be a Hackney Yard, Hackney Yard Domination, and we have the man himself, Chase, who's donning sunglasses inside. Why?
I don't mean to throw shade, but you know, I still don't think Innov8 are going to win this one.
I don't think they are personally as well. I won't lie to you. 140-point difference in the first map, but again, a great
Why
SMD.
did I do that bit? Tommy,
I don't know
why. Did I do
why.
That
bit? It's down to you and what you want to do, mate. But it wasn't orchestrated very well. I won't lie to you. You could have just said they got club first map, came back and absolutely smashed Autentii second map. But gameplay aside, let's find out what's happening with this first map right now. Although we're looking at Innov8 right now taking A and B, and they of course are spawning on that good side, we are seeing players right now on the form of number 4, Waffles, realise that he is now flipped out and is now controlling C. Autentii are going to get control. They're going to get control of what should be in A and B, but they're playing it super slow, Chase. This really isn't what I'm liking out of Autentii esports so far.
Looking a little like they got spooked pretty hard in that search and destroy, and now finally have their tails tucked between their legs for some reason. They got to really pull those tails out from between their legs and start getting to work here, as we're gonna see their submachine guns starting to warm up over by that B flag, and you know, with A flag in control from them, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be helpful for them. But they did spawn there to start this half, so they need to make the best out of it and get as much points and as much of a lead as possible going into the second half, since you know, they're going to be spawning out at C next time.
Well, then again, spawning at C is the worst bit of this map, I've got to say to you right now. Again, Crow, you need to get the guy off B. I don't know why you're throwing a smoke, but fair play, it's off.
Not as worse as that throw from Crow. You just missed that.
That was confusing, but yeah. we need to give them a little bit of advice here. Honestly, though, Innov8 are covering all bases of the map. Number 4 and 8 have a really important gunfight here on C. But there and then again, it's just going to be coming down to who gets A first. Waffles right now in charge, gets taken down. That's going to be, again, another cap. It's going to be all control. Autentii now going to overtake all 3 of these flags here and could get a triple if played correctly. It looks as though it's going to play for the 1 neutral 2 cap. But Fuzz right now on B with a teammate in hand. Sam Buster again is going to get some control here. A nice little free wipe there. And again, a trophy system kill, which really isn't very common in this game. But, you know, you got to respect it when it happens. Of course, you are going to be seeing a very important kill here coming in from Vinci. And again, Autentii taking 2 flags to 1 chase. Still very close in the scoreline, though. Again, 2.5 minutes in. I really am seeing not much difference here in these team skill gaps in domination.
Well, I think the big difference maker here is the fact that, you know, Innov8 hasn't been able to retake A yet. And, you know, if the side of Autentii next half is able to retake A, then that's magic. That's gonna, not magic, it's gonna be brutal. Because they're gonna be able to just, you know, hold it off just as strong as they've been able to hold it off this first half so far, as there's just been no sweating from them in terms of the A flag, but B flag, yes, for sure. You're looking at that one getting passed around like you know, like alcohol and drugs at a party in high school. You know, it's everybody's getting a hold of those, and you know, and it's just an absolute share fest. But right now, if you're Autentii, you need to be worried because you just lost A flag. Losing A flag on this one with 1 minute and 30 left, and you're spawning C flag next half, that's brutal.
Brutal.
And, the trophy
yeah.
system,
I've got to say that as well.
Yeah, that's gonna be a crazy situation now for the side of Innov8. They're gifted with A, and let's see how much they can take away from Autentii. Not just the flag, but the points too.
I've got to say to right now, Chase, as well. We're keeping an eye on Trez and Sins right now. Of course, Trez is a key standout here. He's been consistently up there in the scoreboards and as well in the plays across both maps so far, including this one now. How much of an asset is he to Autentii?
He's instrumental. I want to say he is the you know, he's the percussion, he's the violins, the strings instruments, he's the brass. He's really pulling a lot here for the side of Autentii in terms of an orchestra.
He really is the Picasso. He really is the composer. He really is the man. But as far as things go, it's going to be Autentii taking a very comfortable lead here going into the second half. Of course, they were on good side to start with, but let's see how Innov8 play it again when they themselves are going to be taking over this next portion of the map on that all-favored A side.
Yeah, they will be, but right now that lead, it's still shrinking actually. In the moment, we're not going to be seeing these teams go to a tie score at the end of this one, but it's going to be darn close. As Autentii, they're going to be definitely sweating buckets when they spawn in at Seaside for the next half, because they've been trapped on that C flag ever since Innov8 was able to take A in the first half, and quite frankly,
yeah.
They get trapped in that hole once more to start off the second half. It's going to be rough.
It's rough and a half, really. But then again, it was a very bad good side from Autentii, if you know what I mean. If they're not going to pressure a little bit more on this bad side and flip straight out, I can't see them taking this domination. In all realism, I can't see that happening.
Well, it's not about seeing it happen. It's about witnessing it happen right now. Well, actually, that's both the same thing. Well, we are going to see what happens here as both these teams are back in it for their second half of this domination map. Hackney Yard, what a sight! What a series map pick. And how important do you think this one's going to be in terms of swinging the rest of this series?
Swinging it, I'm going to be saying it to you right now. I did in fact stand corrected. Autentii are supporting on that good side. So it means one thing. Autentii actually had a great bad side, which completely rejects my initial analysis of them. Autentii can win a domination comfortably. They've actually gone for what appears to be a great hold in A and B. Innov8 here of the initial good flip out. They tried to secure it, didn't really go so well. But looking at plays right now, again, True holding it down all the way up in that B site. You're seeing Breezy right now play the mid. No players from Autentii actually are pushing through too far, which is great. Keeping Innov8 trapped in C is what you really want, Chase.
trapped, bundled in, hoodwinked, bamboozled, whatever you want to name it. That's what they need to get done. And right now, Innov8 is trapped. They're trapped not just over at C, but more importantly, they're getting trapped over by the green building. And once a team starts getting trapped over by green, that's prime opportunity to get a triple cap. And not even just a triple cap, but you know, they could obviously get that neutral as well, as the knife comes in as Brizzy just gonna assassinate the president over there of Crow, and gonna look to do some more damage here. Oh, not do damage, but more so parkour, as he's gonna just be jumping around and making his way out of that building after grabbing some very sneaky kills. And Innov8, they really need to sneak some sort of second flag here in the coming seconds, if not minute of the second half, because Autentii's really running away with it now.
Autentii just likes to sort of take over these respawns again. Ooh, that was a bit sus. I won't lie to you, that was just Modern Warfare in effect, but fair play. I mean, they are taking over the respawns here comfortably. 30-point margin going in, and they've got the AB control. Player number 4 here, Waffles, is going to go and try and break through or slip through, but then again, he has every single chance to, because Autentii just are flooding B right now. They're flooding B. They just don't want anything from Innov8 touching it. And with 4 dead right there in the kill feed, Innov8 again are getting flushed out all the way in C, deep blue van. It's not what really I like to see at all. But again, shows you dominance Autentii really are having in these respawns.
Yeah, I gotta be super proud of Sins right now on that 6 kill streak. Make that 7, as he's going on a tear right now, really holding down this B flag. And he's definitely got to be that second most important and impactful player right now for this side of Autentii. If not, he could be potentially the most impactful right now. And of course, holding that B flag through the multiple pushes that these Innov8 players have had through this warehouse, as he's finally taken out. Maybe, just maybe, this B flag will finally get to change hands back over to Innov8. But that we both know that that's not the flag that really needs to change hands.
Yeah.
If you're on Innov8, Innov8 really needs to grab that A flag, and it just they're running out of creativity for trying to flip that flag back into their hands, as it's just been error after error, and you know, I don't even know what to call it at this point.
A mess. You call it a mess, Chase.
Yeah. It's sloppier than my school's diner in elementary school.
Yeah, whatever. Well, again, Autentii have actually won the map, to be fair. Again, the neutralization, they're confirming that only. So, one thing now, Chase, is confirmed. Autentii 2-1 up in the series. Respawn coming up next. And it really is looking like a whitewash. The Puerto Ricans really are taking over these respawns. Like I say it again, they just are. They just are.
How can you say whitewash and Puerto Ricans taking over? That's like the complete opposite.
Well, no, they're actually taking over the map. I thought whitewash was actually elimination, you know.
Oh, yeah, you mean blanket, right? Like, kind of like blanketing the other team, just absolutely covering them.
I think our cultures differentiate, Chase. I'm not sure what blanketing means. Blanket means covering up.
Yeah, they've just covered them up with the shit that they've dropped on it. Because that's essentially what Autentii has done here. They've just dookied on Innov8 so aggressively that they're drowning in it.
Well, I mean, that's fair.
Oh, look at that. 3 8s in the score for Innov8.
I know.
Maybe there's a different kind of luck happening here.
Or maybe, Chase, life itself has taken over, and Autentii are just the better team on respawn. I'm adamant of that. I don't know why, but there's no real hard drama to it. I just think that is what I'm seeing right now. Although, speaking of which, we are very comfortable at the moment with not my microphone itself, but we are comfortable with the way the games we've played so far. What is the next map, Chase, of choice?
Well, we're gonna have ourselves one of your favorite maps, if not your favorite map, Azure Cave Hardpoint for map number 4.
Oh fuck yeah, I'll take that.
And,
I'll take that.
I think that's gonna be this is gonna be a delicious map to watch. If you are an Autentii fan, though, heavily favorited, especially after that first Hardpoint.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
If you're an Innov8 supporter, don't shy away from miracles, because we've seen a few of them happen, and maybe, just maybe,
What was
might
that
happen
song?
here.
What was that song called? Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls. Who was that by?
Don't go chase.
That song's come to mind right now because
thousand mile. No,
maybe because Innov8 right now they're sort of chasing Autentii around the map and getting outplayed. So that song came to mind from my perspective anyway. And your name is Chase as well, so I thought I'd barrel it a little bit.
Oh, are you out there chasing me right now?
Yeah, like a waterfall, mate.
Okay, well, you'll be able to chase me, and chat, you'll be able to chase us and these teams after our break, as we'll be chasing them over to an Azir Hardpoint, map number 4, coming up next.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
Guess what, Chase? It's Azir Cave time.
Yeah, and breaking news. I heard from was it somebody in chat mentioned they talk so much for casters. Well, news flash. We get paid to talk. That's how it works here. And
It's good life,
we're not
mate.
just paid we're not just here to talk and spew about this game. We're here to entertain you folks. And if you guys are not entertained, you can click away. You don't need to watch. But a ton of you
watch
guys,
the
38
gameplay.
of you are 38 of you guys are currently here watching, and we're hoping you continue to support your teams that are here competing, as they're going to be competing over a hot and highly contested map P1 in this Azir Cave Hardpoint. And with Autentii getting good spawns again, that's man oh man. P2.
I'll just control it right there again. Autentii actually pushed up across all of these lanes, protecting P2, but they weren't stacking up cave, and that really is where True can find some space and cover it up. Now, again, they're going to line up here for him. All he needs to do is play the snaking game, but then again, VL with the AR is going to push back and set up in that all-favoured sandbags position. Now, of course, players are going to appear inside of his screen, and that again... Oh no, player got that. I thought that was like the perfect trade, but then again, I got completely played out there. But as far as things go, Autentii still holding on to spawns here, and they will in fact not get initial. Oh no, they will. Fair play, Sandboss is going to be a guy in here designated to do that. Breezy though playing a weird angle here. I'm not fancying the areas that he is playing. Until, of course, he just needs to wait a little bit there, and that would have been a nice little TPS, and that would have been pressure off the hill. Crow now is going to go and push through, find some space, gets taken down again, and the flush is happening, Chase. We're seeing Autentii push them out, Innov8 now, might as well need to at least use smokes or utility just to push through, because the kill feed is, well, it was all red. Well, I won't lie to you right now. Things are a little bit more comfortable in Chase's end, as he now is going to go and get a quick glass of water. But then again, I'm coming back now with some pace on the map. Now, Fuzz himself will find some kills here. Little two-piece there, but nothing that Trez can handle as he returns a fire. Now, again, Scrap is going to go in favour of Autentii, but Innov8 here have actually pushed up all the way, and P3 is going to be there as they're watching the mid, and they're watching that broken push. Now, Sins is going to be the first person to actually encounter players here across the map. But then again, Innov8 have got Scrap. Players from Autentii are going to play the back and actually wrap it really well here. Waffles is in charge of shutting them down, which he does so there once. But no, Sam Boster is of course a little bit behind, but again, a good 20 seconds here is going to go in favour of Innov8. And as far as things are going to be right now, it's a little bit in favour of the Puerto Ricans, as they now are going to get 4 dead there. Breezy there comfortable on the sticks, and it's going to be another comfortable lead here in favour of these guys. But then again, Innov8 are not really pushing through far. They're just sort of being flushed out. They actually get initial on most hills, that being the first 2. But Autentii cannot find themselves in a favour of, well, just playing initially. They tend to overpower and get 40 seconds. They fight for scrap. They get actually contest and win most of their break-offs. But, you know, Autentii, again, this time are going to set up for initial. And, again, it's going to be number 7 Test, who's going to play it really far up mid. Well, now that right there is the MP5 in full show, as he now is going to find 2 there. Wow. Now that right there is great movement from Tess. He's just going to push through and find people. But again, Innov8 are spawning up so far out. They're not going to push out again, but Waffles right now, with the huge pinch, he will of course tag players up, but then again Autentii are covering all bases right now. This is really bad for Autentii because all the pressures are coming from the back, and Waffles is distracting him. Sam Boster there finds the kill on Waffles, but then again Push is going to come in now for Innov8, and they're not innovating too much on the map, as they themselves are looking really desperate right now. They're starting to push around a little bit here. 50-point difference. P5 again. Sam Boster is pushed up. He is rotating. But all Tez needs to do, just play his tacticals a little bit better. Autentii, of course, are not going to get much going here. As now Autentii are starting to spawn up through the middle. You're going to be seeing Fuzz right now, 10 and 9, chilling on sandbags, trying to just keep these players out, but he is just too late. He's getting taken out again by what looks to be a very unfortunate Sam Boster and VL combo. And the kill feed is all red again. It's looking a little more comfortable, as Autentii are just constantly flipping out Innov8, which can only mean one thing. It can mean either Innov8 aren't rotating quick enough, which they are, or they're just getting firewiped every single time. Now, as far as it goes, as far as playing-wise goes, you just need to be a little bit careful. And again, Autentii are going to get comfortable here. Innov8 are going to stack push all the way through Broken. All Sins needs to do is play his life. Peek his head, but look at Trez with the flank. Trez with 2. Trez there with a huge 3, and it's going to be a wipe there. Autentii again are taking over, control him. Again, that's another huge 60 there. But now it's going to be what looks to be a 70-point lead. Autentii are doing what they did in the first map. They're just whitewashing. Now, as far as things go, there isn't much slaying going on apart from Trez on the map, but that doesn't really matter because players like Sins and Sam Boster, they're kind of soaking up a lot of the hill time. Sins especially right now is just fighting for scrap every single time. Now, me as a player myself, I love fighting for scrap because I can get a good 60-70 points across the map just fighting for it and playing it. But the position they're in now, they're just playing to their strengths. Now again, once they get found there, yellow is controlled by the guys in green. That's going to be the Innovators themselves. And again, we are seeing more control themselves when they are just fighting and praying for a huge win. Now Autentii are not being a little bit careful. They're being purely careful. Because Innov8 themselves, they need to get a good 70-80 point difference here. Now what does that mean? They're going to get flushed out the back again. 3 dead. Breezy there with the knife as well, adding insult to injury. But it looks as though they're just getting flushed out, wiped, and not winning key engagements. Their break-off so far from Innov8, they're breaking the right lanes, but at the timing is out on their side. And that right there is Sins with a flash. That right there is 1 HP. Autentii are damaging Innov8 to a T right now. And again, Trez is playing it great through on Broken here. Then they're just flushing out Innov8. I think Innov8 actually... Are they okay? I'm not sure what's going on right now, because Autentii right now, they're actually controlling really well here. Trez on a huge 6 spree here. He's only showing why he's pushing out as an AR and as a sub, but then again, he's pushing out a little bit too far there, loses his head. Innov8 take over him comfortably, and it's going to be initial again. Number 6 VL is going to be your guy to take control here. Now, on board with Fuzz right now, who actually isn't doing too bad for the Innovators themselves. It is a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more pressure, because with the smokes going down, he can actually push through and find some kills. But again, the smoke player themselves, you really need to have a word right now with the man himself, True, because True, 9 and 15, isn't finding any cover. Trophy smoke, and he's running what appears to be a slower AR. Now, I'm not being wrong right now, but I would like to see a little bit more of pace coming in from him. If it is getting a bit of an issue, which he's done now, put a sub. But again, the smoke, you can't smoke off that area there. You just need to smoke off the main entry point. Okay? If you can play the flank and play it perfect, you have yourself a break. But that is not what they're doing. They're just headbutting. But True again, now pulls out the AR, and it looks as though we're going to be seeing what appears to be desperation. 5 ARs, Innov8, and it's going to be 4 on the side of Autentii. They at least have one player who's pacing and rotating every single time. But again, Autentii, more than likely, will close it out on this hill. Trades are going to be won in favour, and again, it's going to be a huge wrap here. But then again, number 9, Brizzy, is going to make the huge play. Come back in 30 seconds when he actually makes his route. We are, of course, going to be seeing Innov8, though, get another great initial here. It is a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more pressure from the side of Innov8 near the dying embers of this map. But number 6, again, VL, he now has come back to life, and he's playing it round the back. He actually is going to regain spawns and flip out. Well, no, he actually hasn't flipped out. VL himself out. Actually, we'll see players spawning up just behind him. But again, Turn around, mate. You're going to be seeing them. There's one there. There's another one there. Oh my god. VL, my son, you're going to be seeing the whole of Innov8 right now come to your aid. And look at that. Another one there. But he wins the gunfight. That's going to be Crow taking him downtown. And again, it's going to be Sam Boston himself inside the hill. And it's going to be an Autentii win. 250-111. Another masterclass in the hardpoints. And dare I say it myself, that right there is not what you want to be seeing. You want to be seeing domination. And again, Chase is actually a little bit sad. Chase, why are you sad?
Man, I wanted Autentii to win, but I didn't want to see Innov8 go down like this, man.
Do you want a fun fact? Innov8's score across 2 maps did not reach 250. They got 226 points across 2 maps.
You know, we're starting to see, as this league progresses and more weeks go by, we're going to start to see the tiers of these teams and sort of like the positionings in the standings start to be flushed out more and more.
Yeah.
And right now, this is just one of those simple situations where two early projected, very, very early, very immaturely projected titans of this league clashed, and you know we found out who the real titan was. Definitely Autentii, and Autentii is going to be looking very, very insanely strong going into week number 3, and you know, right now I think they're still considered, from me and you, off of week 1's predictions or going into week 2, they're still around the same area that we would have projected them to be in the top 3. You know,
most
we
definitely.
don't really see much, you know.
But then again, as far as things went today, Autentii won it comfortably. We have one more match tomorrow, brought to you live at around 8:30 EST. Me and Chase right now need to go off and get our beauty sleep for that important final closing match of week 2.
That match, just to be clear, guys, that's going to be KGK up against, I believe it's, what's the name of that team again? KGK versus Vast Unity, which I know for a fact from last week, Vast Unity had a ton of supporters that showed up for their team's match. A vast amount of supporters, if you want to say.
Yeah.
And you know, that one's going to be an insane one to watch. Me and Connie can't wait to cast that one tomorrow as well. But we're going to hold on to that energy. We're going to bundle that together.
And go to bed.
We're going to get that.
We need to go to bed. We do, don't we? We got to go to bed.
Yeah.